Hi friends, thanks for joining me. I'm so glad to be here with you today. And if you hear some snoring, that's my dog Sissy. She's sleeping right underneath the table because she saw me sit down, and you know how animals are, they have to be with you when you're crafting. So that's what that crazy noise is. Anyway, so today we are going to create a hat. We're going to take one of your hats. You're going to take one of your hats. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to take one of my hats. And we're going to make a little spot for a ponytail to come out. Traditional caps, our ponytails come down really low. And for a lot of us, that makes us look like little, I don't know how to explain it, but the ponytail too low is not a good look for some of us. So we like our ponytail high, and when we want to pull our hats off, we want our ponytail to stay up, and down here is too low. So this awesome hat right here from my friend who owned a really awesome gym called BeFit. She gave me this hat a long time ago, and I wore it out. So once I couldn't wear that one anymore because it looked really weird. You know, the top, as you can see, the top is completely smashed down. It does not look good anymore. My son works at a hat company, and he brings home stuff. He does the embroidery machine, the big embroidery machine, my dream embroidery machine. And the orders that they get, if they come out wrong, something happens on them, then they put them on a table and everybody gets to take one. And the cat hair is from us. This is not from their company, but I just took scissors and cut myself a hole one day so I would have a ponytail spot, right? But that looks really junky. And I do work at a nursery, so nobody really gives a shit. Ooh, sorry. Nobody really cares. But I do still want to look nice when I'm at work. So, I have finally had some time off a couple days ago, or about a week ago, and I took this hat, one of these hats. This hat just looks like the bottom part got kind of messed up, but they do hats for all over the country, and so they have to look nice. So we get ones, even if they don't look that bad, we still get them. So this was my practice one, and the thing is I did it inside out, so the nice satin stitch is on the inside. And the stabilizer and the bottom stitching is on the outside. Again, I work at a nursery, nobody notices. I didn't pin it down, so it's off to the side. I didn't have pins or clips, and honestly I was in such like a inspirational moment trying to do that I didn't care. I just wanted to see if I could do it, and I did. And then so the second one I did is the hat that I normally wear to work. That's my normal everyday work hat, and I wanted to do a heart shape on the back. Now when you're wearing it, you can't tell, and you still can barely tell when it's like this, but it still turned out cute. But I wouldn't waste my time on trying to do the heart. I mean, it's not a waste of time. It takes no more time than making a circle. So if you're really committed, a heart is adorable, but nobody's gonna know but you. So those were my inspirations for this project, and we're gonna, I'll talk about stabilizers afterwards, because that's a little bit longer of a conversation, but right now we're just gonna jump right into it, even though we've been going for a bit, and I'm sorry. This is a hat that I got at Walmart. I got the pink one there too on clearance a few years ago, and I just found it in all my craft supplies. So I'm gonna use this one, and we're gonna put the circle up here. I like a really high ponytail, so my circle is gonna be as close to this little dot as I can get without it hating it. And like I said, we'll talk about stabilizer afterwards, but right now we're using the Pellon, Pellon, sorry about that, clear Solufilm. I would suggest using the heavy duty. This is a medium duty. Heavy duty is going to be a lot better. And the thing about, well, like I said, we'll talk about stabilizers afterwards. I don't have any clips, and I don't have any pins. I mean, I probably have pins somewhere, but I don't want to pin on the plastic. So clips is, you know, the idea, but I can't find a single dang one. So I decided to go with my old throwback of double-sided sticky tape. That's the weatherization tape. And I went ahead and pulled up a side of it so you wouldn't have to sit here and watch me do that forever. But it's just, you put it onto your project, onto your stabilizer, and then, you know, scratch it in really good, and then pull the top layer of paper off. And that's gonna give you a really strong, thick stabilizer, or thick double-sided sticky tape. Now this is going to take me a second on this other side. I should have done both of them. I did that one so that it wouldn't waste your time, but here we are. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, so you have to bring it up to your eyes and look at it if you're old like me. And now you have your double-sided sticky tape on both sides, and I'm going to try to put the camera down. Hold on one second. Okay, I don't know if you can see the double-sided sticky tape, but it's there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the hat, and with the bill side going towards the clip side, so that the bill side is on the outside of your machine, is out there, we're going to take this dot part, we're going to line it up with our middle. See, there's our center, oops, excuse me, our center spot right there. We're going to line that up with that as best as we can on this side, and then we're going to squeeze down the tape. There's another indicator on the other side, so you'll know you're in line. It's hard for me to do it with the camera in front of my face, so I apologize if it looks weird. Okay, alright, so I want to go up a little bit more, but I want it to be on there, and I'm going to double check on this side. We're still in line. We are still in line. So we'll take over here, and as flat as we possibly can get it, rub it on top of that double-sided sticky tape. Okay, and then do the same thing over here. I'm already going off center. I can tell, I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay. Let's do that. Oops, sorry. It's all part of the process. I don't like editing stuff like this out because you need to know that it's not just going to be like snap on and everything's perfect. Nope, not at all. Sorry for my fake English accent. Okay, so that's pretty good. It's still a little bumpy right here, but as it's starting to sew, you can smooth it out. I learned recently that my son, at his work, they have to have gloves on, and they can't put their hands anywhere near the needle. And I'm like living on the edge. My fingers are always near the needle. But like I feel protected. I guess maybe it's a false sense of security, but like I said, they are on the huge machines. But he sees me working and he goes, oh! So I'll be right back with you. I'm going to clip this onto the machine, and I'll be right back. Okay, friends. I know I said I don't like editing stuff out, and then I said, hold on, I'll be right back. But it's only because, you know, getting this stuff rocked on and everything is just so clanky and loud. I also took a second to readjust everything in front of my face instead of behind the camera, and I added another piece of tape. It might have been a little too close, so I have to keep my eye on it. Basically, I can't go past these two little dots here. These little like rivet holes. I have to stay in there. So what we're gonna do now, so this all like, this thing's gonna stay, you know, we don't know, but clamps would be a lot better. Clips, clamps, whatever. All right, so okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to choose the shapes button. We're going to choose circle. There's other shapes that you can do too. We could even do this shape today to make it a little bit more, I think I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to use that shape, and that way, you know, just because trying different shapes is fun. but also it'll make sure that I don't go too far down close to that other side that has the tape. So we want to adjust it. Last time I made it way too big, so 5.9 was the setting that I used for the heart shape one, and it still was pretty big. I can pull my ponytail right through it. I have thin hair, but I have lots of it, so I don't know. You just have to kind of try your own dimensions. So size, we're going to bring that down to 5.9, but I'm going to even go smaller. Let's bring that top one to 5.9. 5.8, okay, so the width I meant, not the top one. Okay, so this is just going to be a stitch that's going to stitch it out onto the stabilizer. From there we can take it off and cut the stabilizer out and have a really nice satin stitch around, and that's the preferred way to do applique. But I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to skip that step because I want to be able to get it all done at once. I don't want to take it off the hoop again because, like I said, I don't have clips. So let's look back at the machine and see how this goes. Woo! Okay, I need everybody to come closer to me. Okay, that's so close. Yeah, see, my son has a little bit of a panic attack when he sees my fingers this close. Okay, so we're just not going to push anything just yet. We're going to do the little tour thing where it tells you where it's going to be. Okay, so it's going to start up here. Oh, wait. That's the start. This is going to tell us where it's going to go. So it's going to go all the way down there, all the way over there, all the way up and over. See, that's still way too big. Alright, so it's a good thing we checked. So the smallest it'll let it be is 3.8 and 5.3, so let's try that again. That still feels a little too high. But maybe it's exactly what I want. So I am going to say, let's go for it. I didn't realize that was in the way, I'm so sorry. Okay. I gotta try to hold this stuff down, hold that down and let it go freely, and also not freak out. So it's all an experiment, right? Oh, it's gonna be off center. Oh, that's not what I was expecting it to do, but I wasn't thinking of it like that. In my mind, it was going the opposite direction, even though I hadn't thought to turn it. I didn't think about the hat being turned. So it's in an egg shape on my hat, which isn't horrible. So let's actually go ahead and grab that off of there. Hold on one second, I'll be right back. Okay, so I wanted to take it off after I said I wasn't going to take it off. I guess you've learned that you can't really trust me, but I am going to, it's easy, like again, it's harder to do it with camera, you know, but you just gotta get a little thing in there. I'm so sorry. I have to bring it closer to me. It's just too hard to do it in the view of the camera. Especially this heavy thing. It'd be easier if I could do it on my phone, but I can't store these kind of videos on my phone. But in any case, we're gonna cut that out. So I got a hole started. You want to cut all of that out right in there. And try to cut as close as you can without cutting the stabilizer underneath. And definitely not cutting any of the stitching that just happened. I'm doing a terrible job. An absolutely terrible job. I should not have even bothered. Should have left it on there like I thought. And it's okay to do a terrible job. I'm not saying bad things about myself or trying to down talk myself. It's literally terrible. And it's okay that it's terrible. So I'm going to trim it up just a tiny bit more. And try to get that a little bit closer. And the nicer you can make it, the better. You know, if you have a bigger hoop, you probably have more success with this. But or if you have like a hat hoop and can figure out how to do this, that'd be cool too. I don't know. But this is obvious, you know, none of my videos are ever gonna be professional grade kind of stuff to show you. I want to show the everyday person and professional people how to do stuff, but I myself am not a professional. Okay, so here we go. Let's get it back on the machine. And we're gonna switch, we're gonna stay in the shapes, but we're gonna switch the stitch to a satin stitch. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's see if I can get that on there. Okay. Okay, I have a Brother SE 425. It's a pretty older model, but the satin stitch on here is number 2. So you can click OK. You can click it with your hands, or you can, you know, do that. But adjust layout, and again, we're going to bring it all the way down to the small size. And it's not going to give us a fat stitch, which is why digitizing your own would be better, because a fatter stitch is going to look a lot nicer, like way nicer. But this does good enough. It gets you a hole to get your ponytail through, and it doesn't look like you cut it open. You know, there is some stitching around it. So we'll put it down. It's going to start over there on the edge, and our job is just to keep our fingers away from that, but keep things smooth so nothing gets caught in all the moving parts. So because I'm not a very good cutter, mine's going to be a little bit frayed on the ends. There are ways to take care of those, and I think but being really good at cutting and having applique scissors also would help tons. I do not have applique scissors. Oh dang it, and I did it upside down again. So my nice stitch is on the inside. I don't know why I keep doing this. Just have this weird inclination to do it upside down. Okay, well, like I said, it's okay to be terrible. I'm not going to beat myself up too much for this. This is just kind of going to help you guys get the concept for this. I don't know if I've told you guys recently, but I've had some weird head stuff going on. So what I think happens and what I'm thinking doesn't always come out the way I want. But I'm hoping that the message conveys on how to do this. I would just flip the hat upside down. I don't know why my brain tells me to do it upside down like this, but with the Solu film, it's really great because you can just pop everything out of it. It's meant to be dissolvable. Oh, and by the way, the sticky tape did work. everything stayed right where it needed to be. And so it wasn't horrible doing it upside down, but it, the nicer satin stitches on the inside. Again, nobody where I work is going to notice. They probably won't even notice that I've done something to my hat. I think you can take like a lighter or something like that and burn off these wacky ends. One of the things that I did was when I was cutting, some parts I cut too far. Some parts I cut way too close. Where's that? Must be this area right here. Like right there. Didn't get much of the actual hat. It's like kind of on the outside. So sorry. But in any case, there you go. We have a hole to put our ponytail through now. So when you put your hat on, like you'll put like the bump of the ponytail through it, and then just use your other hand and pull the rest of the ponytail through, just in case you weren't sure how to do that. And then I think I want to digitize a rhododendron that I drew and make a patch of that and glue it onto the top of this, because we work at our nursery is mostly rhododendrons. And I think, you know, rhododendrons are kind of an old-fashioned flower and they might phase out a little bit. So I want to kind of keep giving a nod to them because they're such beautiful flowers. So that's all that, to show you how to do that one. That's all there is to it. It's very, very simple. And if you want to stay tuned, I'll be right back and we can talk about stabilizer choices. So, because this isn't the only choice we could have used for this. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so the stuff that we use today for stabilizer is called clear solufilm. Okay, and that is kind of like a lightweight, dissolvable stabilizer. I never use it to dissolve it unless I'm using doing something with what's it called? The lace stuff. I can't think of the name right now, sorry. So that's what I would use most of that for, and even with the lace stuff I would double it. It's always worth it to get the heavy duty solufilm. That stuff is just the best. So this is clear solufilm from Joann's, and it's normally $4.29. And then another one that we have, if you're using a lighter color like a white or pink or something, you can use just regular soft and stay. And the reason why I'm showing you the different kinds that you can use is because sometimes you don't have what you want when you have inspiration, and you have to just use whatever you have. So you can use this, just use it with lighter stuff. This is the very soft kind that you would use for garments. This is my favorite stabilizer in the whole wide world. If you're using a darker one, and we could have used it on this one, and it actually probably would have been fine with this one because it's already got the dark. But this is just garden fabric. It's 100% polypropylene. It's untreated, and I think it's Scott's brand. And you can get a huge roll of it and just play to your heart's content. Cat hair not included. That's only here. And then what I used to do the green hat was tearaway stabilizer, because that is what I did have available to me. So I used that. It worked out great, but like I said, and again, I did it upside down on this one. So the stabilizer, it showed through. Not very noticeable, I know, but if this was green, so like the pink kind of helps offset it a little bit, you don't really notice that it's there. But if the color was supposed to be green and you used a white tearaway, you would notice it. It looks like toilet paper. So you want to use what's going to work best for the colors you're going to use, as well as be strong enough to handle the project. So I don't know if you can use double-sided sticky tape on this stuff. I'm pretty sure I have, but I can't promise. You definitely can use it on this. You definitely can use it on this, and you most definitely can use it on this because we just did. So I hope that all this was very helpful for you, and hope everything's going great, and I hope you have been doing well. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!